All right, broski, man. This just popped up on the radar again. Oh my God, Jason, Blaha, strength and fitness. Should real TRT be considered natural for lifting purposes? What? What? Oh my God, man. People love to fake everything in this zoo called cities. Oh my God, you really are in the Matrix. I like how he likes to put the light. He's using lighting now to make himself look better here. See that? Shades of lighting, and he's probably got a filter too. He's using filters for sure on his camera. But anyway, should real TRT be considered natural for lifting purposes? What? Let's watch this video. This is insane.
Serious conversation and try to be objective about this. It's one of these topics that it seems like people want to
So let's be objective.
argue about it, and people get emotionally attached to it instead of just stepping back.
That's just a sweet word, TRT. It means steroids. You're taking a shot of steroids, okay? Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just reviewing this video. I don't care what people put in their body, Jason, or anybody else on this channel. People gonna knock some people on steroids. I don't care what people are doing, steroids, whatever. I'm doing what's best for me. I don't do these things because I don't want to corrupt my body, but you could do whatever you want. It's a free world, country, whatever you want to call it.
And looking at it rationally and objectively. And that's the topic of is TRT natural, bro? And look, when I say that, I'm talking about actual TRT, not, hey, wink, wink, I'm on TRT, bro.
No, there's no such thing as just TRT. It's steroids. That's a sweet word. Testosterone replacement therapy. Oh, why would anybody need testosterone therapy? You're doing something to yourself chronically. I thought lifting increases testosterone. Listen to me. If lifting heavy increases testosterone, why do you need to take testosterone replacement? Think about that logically and intelligently. All you fucking people out there that are watching Jason Blaha's channel and probably listen to my video, why do you need to lift? Why do you need to take steroid? If you could lift heavy and it boosts testosterone, like you all say, it builds a muscle, a stronger gets you bigger, lifting a heavy weight. These analogies not working for you? What's the matter with you? You shouldn't even be talking about this. Heavy weights boost testosterone, right? Or does it really crash it actually and destroy your testosterone? Especially on a herbivore diet, because you're all eating chips and pops and weird artificial food. So you're eating artificial food, inflammation, you're getting inflamed, an inflamed body by lifting chronically inflammation muscles, fake hypertrophy inflammation muscles. And now you've got to take steroids. How healthy could this sport be? You have no testosterone. All of you are taking your blood test. Your testosterones are all low. All you lifting people, all you fitness people are insanely crazy, sick in the head. You go to your doctor, low testosterone, this, I need testosterone replacement. I got to go to the gym and keep hitting it. Get more inflammation in my muscles because I'm building muscles, inflammatory muscles. I got to keep up with the Joneses that look inflamed as I walk down the street because it keeps dissipating. I got to go back to the gym. I'm losing my inflammatory gains. And I'm getting stronger. I'm lifting this weight. I'm getting stronger. You're getting stronger. You're getting more androgen receptors. Androgen receptors are responsible for that strength to lift something off the floor. So it's artificial too. And then you're eating artificial food, trying to create artificial muscles with artificial foods. This is crazy. And artificial drugs. This is insane, bro.
Right? Which we could also call YouTube TRT, Instagram TRT. In other words, people who are just using gear and then using that as their cover to claim that they're just doing something legal. Okay?
Man, they're influencers. Of course they're going to cheat. They're all cheating. They want money. They want to scam you, like you.
Because that implies they're getting it from a doctor.
Listen, your program, what you're doing, it's a scam, Jason, and you know it. Chronic lifting inflames your muscles and accelerates aging, disease, and everything else that goes along with it. Plus, you're eating an artificial diet, a vegan diet filled with oxalates in it. And sugar. Sugar doesn't build muscles. You could get some sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, but that too is artificial. So sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, that's artificial muscle gains. The inflammatory response you're getting to keep up more inflaming these muscles, constantly blowing them up like a balloon so you could walk around, pretend muscles. How could you be strong if you have pretend muscles? I know, you practice that lifting something heavy, but that isn't physical strength, bro. Get it? That's to lift something against gravity, moving things around. Your body's going to automatically compensate with that, with androgen receptors, so that the androgens have somewhere to bind. For that force production with the motor units, they combine together, they work together in unison with motor units. Oh God, man, this is insane.
Well, that may not actually be real TRT. It might be many times more than TRT. It might have other stuff in the mix. And that's not what I'm talking about here. And we do have to define that difference. Okay? What I'm defining as TRT means what the actual term is, which is testosterone replacement therapy. Right? And if that is what you are doing, exactly what the medical term is, which is testosterone replacement therapy.
What are you replacing with this testosterone? Your own testosterone? What's the matter with it? Not working properly? I thought lifting a heavy weight increases testosterone, bro.
Okay, see where we're going with that? Means that you're in the normal range. Alright.
What is a normal range exactly? Normal, abnormal? How do we know it doesn't fluctuate during the day? Or you lifted something and it crashed it for a while. Maybe it'll come back to baseline. Who knows?
So let's get that out of the way. It doesn't mean that you have a 1500 nanogram per deciliter.
Does that mean that lifting is an unhealthy sport? If you're lifting and you have low testosterone, then does that mean that it's an unhealthy sport? And is it aging you because your testosterone's low? Remember, testosterone is a type of anti-aging molecule too. So are you aging because you have low testosterone from lifting? Because it creates low testosterone. Lifting heavy weights crashes testosterone. You have low testosterone from lifting heavy weights. Does that mean it's unhealthy? Will it age you? Well, yeah, because chronic inflammation prevents that. It causes it to crash. That's the whole idea. The chronic lifting crashes testosterone. It's insane. The inflammatory response causes that. I'm very careful with that, even with when it comes to muscle damage. I understand that because the inflammatory response lasts quite a long time in muscle damage. That's why I take long periods away from that. Yeah, but that inflammation is due to a repair and a remodeling phase, but you are getting inflamed muscles more in an adapted state. That inflammatory response is everywhere. It's repetitive. It's totally different. It isn't in response to a repair and a remodeling to actually reverse aging senescent cells into doing a bunch of other things and getting more progenitor cells, expanding the satellite cell pool, and creating more nascent muscle fibers and so forth and so on. And some growth there, but this is something else, bro. This is pure damage.
Later testosterone. It means you might have a 5.
I mean, this is corrupt damage. This isn't good damage. What you're doing. This is like absolute, like destroying yourself damage.
Right. So let's define that up front for purposes of this conversation, because obviously I'm on YouTube TRT wink wink bro is not natty. Okay. Right? I don't think there's any debate about that one. So we're talking about actual replacement therapy.
So you're on TRT, Jason? You're a cheat.
Therapy that keeps you in the normal range. In other words, if you didn't...
Why do you need to keep you... What's wrong with your range? What's wrong with you? Are you a sick person? That tells you that lifting heavy weights is an unhealthy sport.
Needed and didn't have low testosterone already, you would get no benefit. Okay?
Actually, it's not even a sport, lifting. Lifting is meant to do very specific things. It's not to be revered as something special. Lifting weights or heavy weights, they're meant to do something specific to your body. Break it down and then rebuild it. That's about it. You break it down, then you rebuild it with food. You're doing specific things. You need to take more long periods away from the gym to build your body than being at a gym to cause this breakdown stuff and whatever. It
would just suppress your natural production. So we define that. And then we come over and then instead of saying what's natural, because natural doesn't mean natural. That's not what the word means, because nothing we do is natural. That's why I joke with a little.
Nothing we do is natural? Well, we're doing a lot of unnatural things, definitely, because we're in the matrix, the city. So yeah, we're slaves here. That's what we are, really. Natural means out in nature, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
You know, lifting natural weights. There's nothing natural about weightlifting. So when people...
There isn't anything natural about weightlifting. In nature, you would never be lifting weights. It's an unnatural thing to do. Definitely, I agree with you.
Use that term, they don't mean it's the way something is found in nature, right? Because it's not natural to eat.
You've been listening to my videos, eh, Jason? Yeah, you copping me about nature, bro. Get it? It's not natural. It's not out in nature. It can't be found out there, bro.
300 grams of protein a day. It's not natural to follow a structured weight training program.
No, it's not natural to do any of those things.
What they mean is you're not on a bunch of steroids, bro. Okay? That's what the term means. It means you're not blasting anabolic drugs.
Well, that would be unnatural too, as well. Being on a drug or any type of drug, plant drug, to do what? To do certain things, to make your body do certain things.
Okay, so it's the term that people are choosing to use, and you can make it the term whatever you will. So instead of using that term of is it well, because then nobody's natural. You live in an air-conditioned house. You eat agriculturally grown, selectively bred foods, okay?
Definitely. We have a slave diet. We have to, even if you were on your natural carnivore diet, that's still too, yeah, it's been farmed and everything and all ready and prepared and a whole bunch of things to it. But that's all we have, all us slaves have to eat out there, get it? Then the rest is really totally unnatural because it's been engineered, your fruits, vegetables, and everything else. It definitely is an unnatural world. Like, I've been talking about this in all my videos against you in your videos. Been explaining this over and over again, but people don't listen.
What they mean is, are you using a bunch of gear, dude? Are you on a bunch of tren? Is your testosterone levels above normal because you're using a bunch of testosterone? Okay, that's what they mean. So
the question is, does it really build real muscles, steroids? No, they don't. That's what scientists try to explain to you. They do not build muscles. Protein does, because protein has to exceed that breakdown to build muscle. It's really simple.
For all purposes, I'm going to make the case that from that definition, TRT can be considered natural. And again, I don't mean the literal word natural. I mean the word that people are using for lifting purposes.
It is unnatural as well. I try to explain this to you in all my videos. Everything that you're doing is unnatural. Lifting this weight to cause your muscles to inflame, an inflammatory response, so you could pretend you have muscles. And taking TRT and eating artificial food to create more artificial sarcoplasmic muscles. All of these things are extremely unnatural. You could try to follow a very natural diet. Even that's very difficult, of course. The carnivore diet would be the most natural thing that you could follow, but it is too in an unnatural way, the way they put it together, natural way. But animals haven't really changed that much. But fruits and vegetables definitely engineered, and all these fake foods that they're making you, feeding you sawdust and everything, the pizza and all that, and the pastas. So these are all fake. Your water too is kind of like it's poisoned as well with toxins and everything as well. Not to mention the fruits and vegetables, but yeah, you should filter it and do that and stuff. It is definitely unnatural, that water. You want to drink as natural water as you can, but you can't, so you have to filter it with 15-layer filters and whatever. Keep refiltering it. Definitely, but these things that we are doing they're all of the things that we are doing are unnatural. Riding in cars is unnatural. Lifting is unnatural. Running down the street is unnatural for us to do these weird things. You understand that? Parties, drinking, alcohol, doing these weird things are totally unnatural. But, society loves this. They've enslaved you so that the elite people are using you for their pleasure, their gains and games. It's like you are in a stadium in Rome, and they've put you in there, and the people around, all the spectators, are watching you while they eat a carnivore diet and watching you destroy yourself, looking down at you. and living off you and your misery. You're down there doing very unnatural things while they do the most natural thing that they can. Sit down and gawk and watch you while they eat their real carnivore diet, raw meat. Yeah.
Here's why. Because it doesn't give you an advantage over a young, healthy person. Okay, and we need to be clear on that. And people seem to lose sight of that. That if someone has a low testosterone and they're on a replacement dose, okay, and they're given a replacement dose by a doctor, or even if they self-administer, they're given a replacement amount.
No one has low testosterone. They're creating that.
They are not going to gain muscle faster than the healthy person who has a healthy testosterone level with no medical issues.
No molecule can gain you muscle any faster than anybody eating protein. Because protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Unless he's doing that, then yeah, he could bypass you. But of course, you're going to say, well, but I'm blowing up, I'm getting big, I'm getting a pump. Well, if you're getting a pump, then you're eating herbivore diet. So you're loading glycogen, it's causing glycogen to be loaded, because testosterone could do that too as well. Yeah, maintain that glycogen in there.
Okay, they're not going to have an advantage over them, and people need to understand that point. Do they have an advantage over?
Listen to me, you do not produce that artificial steroid. That hormone that you're injecting is from a plant. You do not, you're going to say, well, we produce hormone, but you don't produce artificial hormones like that testosterone. It is slightly different. That's why people say I took Tren and I got a different look, especially like Tren, because even if it is testosterone Tren, it is a different type of testosterone. The makeup is different. It's from a plant. So it's going to exude something different in your body. You don't know. You have to discover it when you inject it and find out. And it'll also come with a bunch of side effects for sure. Get it? Because that's what plants come with, because they're toxic. That's why they say it's toxic to your liver to take these steroid pills. So what do? They opt for the injection because they believe it's slow going to the liver, so it won't destroy them faster than the last time, like tablets would, because Stenox tabs are so toxic to the liver. Why are these tablets toxic? Because they're made from toxic plants. All plants are toxic. All plants are drugs, and all drugs are made from plants. They're toxic, bro.
Their poor health self. Of course they do. Of course they have an advantage over that. But so does the person who's healthy. The person who doesn't have the suppressed levels has an advantage over them also. You see where we're going there? It's by that. I'll give you.
I don't know. Advantage, not advantage. He doesn't have suppressed levels. Man, he's creating that. Lifting these heavy weights are suppressing your testosterone. They're crashing it.
You guys, another good example. Let's say you need any medication for health purposes because you're unhealthy.
Lifting, even if you're not on TRT, lifting these weights will shrink your penis and your testicles. Your testosterone will plummet, crash, and you will release growth hormone. But that growth hormone is due to the inflammatory response, and you continue growing after 25 since you stop growing, so you start aging. Yeah, they call that inflammaging. Yes, man, it's complicated.
Doesn't that medication give you an advantage over someone who doesn't have the same health issues? Usually
you're creating those bad health issues, so you don't. What advantage?
Not. It gives you an advantage over someone who has the health issue, which would be yourself, of course. I mean, it's the same thing if you're dealing with, say, a diabetic. Do they have an advantage over the non-diabetic if they take their medications? No problem.
Yeah, if the person who's destroying his health made himself into a diabetic, and the person who's not, of course he has an advantage because he hasn't destroyed himself to be a diabetic. But diabetics don't need medication. That's just to keep you on it so you can keep continuing in that behavior.
Probably not. Not if they take them at the therapeutic amount. Now, if they start taking some of them.
Your body would never make you sick. It's there to keep you alive. So why would it give you any disease? You're the cause of it. You're causing it, whatever you're putting in your mouth. 5 minutes of fun, lifetime of hell.
If they take them at levels that are very, very high outside the normal range, okay, there can be some differences. But if it's normalizing things, they don't have an advantage over someone without the medical problem.
You know, people actually think that these things are normal. They and then they're going to blame. Well, it's old age that causing it. But you're not aging. You stopped aging at 25. Yeah, but we all look old and decrepit. We're walking down the street with canes. Well, what are you putting in your mouth? Well, we're eating herbivore diet. We're eating at the corner store pops and chips and all that and weird food that doesn't belong in our mouth. Has absolutely no nutritional value. I'm malnourished. I'm starving all the time. I'm hungry. Because what are you eating exactly? Well, I'm eating non-foods. I'm not eating food. What's food? Meat is food. Those things are not food. You're never eating food. That's why you're hungry and starving and aging. You're aging so your defense mechanisms turn on because you're destroying yourself slowly, doing these nasty things to yourself. What are you doing to yourself? Destroying yourself slowly, yes. But they all have health benefits, right? So lifting and eating these weird foods and everything, they all have health benefits because they destroy you faster than last time. Inflammatory responses and everything, but that must be healthy, right? That must give you longevity, doing exercise and eating fake diets, artificial diets, and doing artificial lifting. Yes, even lifting is artificial because again, like he agreed, it's not natural.
So someone who is actually on actual legitimate TRT does not have the advantage.
My friend told me tonight. He said to me, he goes, "Nah, you never exercise, man." He goes, "I never see you exercise." I go, "I know." He goes, "These people, they're just like, they go exercise all the time. They're aging and everything. They're falling apart. But you look good all the time. Got nice hair, this, that, and everything. Because you don't do that." I go, "No, because I don't do that." That's right. I don't do any of that. I never exercise. I do play some sports, and I'm very careful of what I do. I don't try to wear myself out or tire myself. I even tell them I hate when I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk. I'll either drive the car or go somewhere or take some transport or whatever. But I hate walking. And he's like, "Why don't you want to walk?" Because it ages you. That's why. It has no health benefits. Walking has no health benefits whatsoever. I'm not saying you should be sedentary. You should move around, feed yourself, move around when necessary, but not to the extreme extra because you think it's going to give you health benefits. I have to walk 10 times around the block for no reason. Do you understand me? Yeah. That is not living.
Advantage over a healthy 25-year-old who has a normal production. They don't have an advantage over them. They're not going to gain muscle faster than them. They're not going to lose fat faster than them. Okay? We need to be clear on that. And when you're dealing with older individuals, that actually isn't enough to put them fully at the full advantage of what the younger person has. Okay, because testosterone is not the only thing. I'll even say even growth hormone won't fully bridge that gap. Now, that'll do a lot. Now, if a person has both replaced to those same levels, if now their testosterone, their HGH or IGF-1, all of that stuff is functioning at the same level as the healthy 25-year-old, now they're real close. They're still.
The funny thing, I've never seen a lifter like this that actually looks sarcopeniad. He looks like he's aging, rapidly lifting like this. He's getting much older. I can see it in the man boobs. He's got low testosterone and everything. He's got man boobs, high estrogen from the artificial diet and the lifting, crashing of the testosterone. And he's getting sarcopenia. Because he's wearing out the satellite cell pool. He's diminishing the satellite cell pool, and that truly ages you and cripples you eventually with time. So the sarcopenia starts with the skinny legs, skinny arms, and then you get this big body over here, the waist and everything. That whole area is big. So yeah, he's showing signs of sarcopenia. He has no calves. So these are all signs. It's unhealthy doing this thing. Where's the anti-aging? Where's the health benefits of lifting? Name me one benefit that is healthy about lifting. Name me one thing. Can anybody write me in the comment section one thing that is healthy about lifting? What is the health benefit of lifting?
A little wear and tear from aging, and we need to be clear there. It's still not a direct one-to-one comparison, but it's pretty close. Because there's still going to be some age-related issues.
What are you doing? Are you taking a crap there? Get up.
Things are still going to be a little harder. Certain things are going to recover slower. Okay? And that has to be...
Yeah, if you wear yourself out, you need to recover, right? You've lost a lot of energy because you're busy working, lifting boxes all day. Okay.
Understood. But we need to be clear on this. Someone who is on therapeutic amounts of any of this stuff, to put them equal to what a healthy 25-year-old has, does not have an advantage over them. They will not gain muscle faster, lose fat faster, any of those things over that person. So for our
You can't gain muscle if protein synthesis doesn't exceed that breakdown. And you can only get so far because of the myonuclear domain size limit. Second, lifting, it doesn't build a muscle, bro. I told you. What advantage you have? What is this, like inflaming my muscles constantly? This is just ridiculous. And sarcoplasmic muscle isn't real muscle. Eating artificial food, herbivore diet.
Purposes of this, for this.
This is where people get it all wrong. But does anybody really care? Not really. Like, you could use lifting as a form to reverse aging and do specific things, but you have to understand what it is you want to use this tool for in the natural world. In the natural world, you can do certain things. In other words, you can use this as a tool. It is unnatural, but you can do specific things to cause something to the body to expand the satellite cell pool. But that is very specific training, and I've talked about it on my old channel before it was taken down by Jason Blaha here for a strike. And I'm not talking about it much anymore on my channel, but yeah, you could use these things as tool if you're intelligent about it, but he's not. He's an older person. He should not be doing this anymore. He should already be on a voyage to reverse aging and expand the satellite cell pool. But he's stubborn. He wants to continuously lifting hell, heavy weight off the floor, destroys testosterone, walk around with inflammation all day, and just like, I don't understand this, and maybe some sarcoplasmic muscles, but he has no sarcoplasmic. He just looks like an ordinary dude with inflamed muscles because this is chronic inflammation every day. So he's accelerating aging. He's accelerating disease and everything, loss of hair and all these things, and his teeth diminishing, and eating most likely a fake diet as well. So he's not even eating his normal diet or a carnivore diet, which is natural to people. So I just don't understand this. Like I said, you could use this to reverse aging, but you have to understand what are the mechanics to do that using this. But he's not doing that. He's doing the opposite, destroying his health. Makes no sense.
Definition, I think it's reasonable to say, yeah, they're natty, bro. Because they don't have an advantage. They have an advantage over a sick person. And I mean, if that's our standard of an advantage, then wow. All you guys out there who are training better hope you never get sick or get older.
And who's not sick anymore being in the zoo called cities? Everybody's sick these days.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Yeah, very informative, Jason. Very interesting. I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Yeah. TRT considered natural. Natural, do you have an advantage over a sick person? Person not, this, that. I don't know. It's craziness.